recipes that are really flexible, where you can swap ingredients in and out. I've got a dessert for you, which I'm going to make maybe with these two lovely little kids, with some gorgeous hot cross buns. But there you go. Enjoy. So I've got a nice little recipe that might be perfect for this weekend. If you've got hot cross buns hanging around and a bunch of kids that need a job, then this is the recipe for you. Guys, it's a twist on a bread and butter pudding. This is my hot cross bun custard bake. So good. Now, whether you're celebrating Good Friday, Easter Sunday or not, these are beautiful buns. Often we have them in the house. Actually, these came from the freezer because the kids like for breakfast and little teas sometimes. But this is a recipe that can really embrace any leftover bread. If it is just normal bread or if it's fruited bread. I want to show you one without eggs, right? I'm going to make an old school custard. I'm going to flavour it up. So let's get going. Get your hot cross bun and just cut the tops off so that you've got the pretty side and then the ugly side. Now, in this recipe, of course, we want it to be rich. We want it to be like crispy on the top and sort of custardy in the middle. I'm here shooting this on my phone with my lovely wife. Isn't that right, Jules? That's right. And then River's on her lap. And he's basically here because of this chocolate. Yes. You love chocolate. So what we need to do is make a simple custard with custard powder. I'm just going to get a little pan. I've got 2 pints of milk. Of course, if you wanted to swap out regular milk for kind of like plant-based milks, you can do that. You want to put in 2 tablespoons per pint. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tablespoons goes in there. Where are you going, little boy? This is River. Say hello.
Hello.
So as per usual, making custard, just put a little swig of cold milk into the actual custard powder, and then we can move that around, and that will help dissolve it. Give it a little stir there, darling.
Splish for splash.
And then what you do is take your simmering milk and pour that into your custard powder. Most of it, not all of it. Give it a little move around very gently because it's hot. Now, don't be, taken by cuteness. This kid is definitely strategizing. He's sharp as a tack. Now I'm pouring this custard back into the rest of the milk, and this will slowly, on a low heat, begin to thicken. So this is going to play 2 roles in this beautiful dessert. First of all, it's going to be like the cement to hold all of this together and make a beautiful pudding. And 2, as a lovely custard to go on top of it. Now, you would normally sweeten this with sugar. We actually haven't got any sugar left in the house, so we're going to use apricot jam, right? You could use marmalade. So we'll use this as a flavouring and a sugar. So I'm pretty much going to put the same amount of that as the custard powder. 4 tablespoons goes in, but instead of just being kind of bland sugar, it's going to be full of flavour from the apricots. Now, I'll leave a little bit in here because I'll glaze the top of the pudding a little bit later. So now we have apricot or marmalade flavoured custard. Come on. Now look, by the way, if we're here and we've got little kind of pick-me-ups, if you've got any vanilla paste, put it in. If you haven't, you've already got vanilla flavouring in the custard, but that's very, very nice. So you can see this custard getting nice and thick. Look at that. And then we've got the chocolate. Yes. Do you like chocolate? So what I want you to do, I need to be able to trust you here. I've got about 100 grams of chocolate, and I need you to break it up into little cubes. I know you'll break it up. Do you see these little cube bits here? You see those cubes?
Yeah.
I need you to sort of snap them off like that and put them there. But what mustn't happen is this must not go into there. Yeah. Well, because I need it to go into the recipe.
Okay,
You can have a go. Put it in a pile there. So what I want to do is keep these tops separate because they're kind of pretty, and then we're going to break up these little hot cross buns in our hands, right? Just break them up into small parts, and this will be like the bricks in our structure that we're making. And then we want about 2/3 of our custard for serving on top, and 1/3 in here. So I'll pour that in here for later. And of course, that will form a skin and protect the custard underneath. This will go on here, nice close up there, Julesy, just enough to cover it. And of course, what you don't want to do is have the heat so high that you scald the milk and burn it, and you get that flavour, that taste of burnt that is just terrible.
Easy ideas, loads of flavour, fresh ingredients. That's what the Jamie Oliver channel is all about. Keep it right here.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called a DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these, like more coverage for dental, vision, and hearing. And I can even see specialists for a $0 or low copay. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions. And a WellCare Spendables debit card for everyday stuff. And real human support. And answers I can understand. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call 877-220-8190 or visit wellcaremore.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
And victory! When you play this game, that's the deal. 24/7 on the Let's Make a Deal channel. Join Wayne for fresh episodes, non-stop deals, and more. On the Let's Make a Deal channel.
At this point, what we do is we mix it all up.
I'll mix it all up with my chocolate.
Yes, well, the chocolate we're going to plop in like little bombs. So when you come across a piece of it, there's like this explosion of chocolate.
Yeah.
At this point, just mash up the custard into the hot cross bun bases, like that. We can then sprinkle a nice little layer of flaked almonds in there. So you've got pistachios, you can crush those up. You could use crushed up hazelnuts. You could do dried fruit as well. Of course, it's optional. And then what we can do is then you need a trusted person to take a piece of chocolate, right? And you want to take this piece of chocolate and plop it in here, like that. And just tap it down. This guarantees that when you get to that part of the pudding, it's just going to be a little kind of pond of chocolate. Then we're going to take a little bit of butter and butter our hot cross bun, and then just a little bit of custard. And then we're going to create like a little construction.
I want to create a little roast.
So if I butter them, do you want to place it?
Yeah.
A little bit of butter, a little bit of custard. The custard just soaks into the bread. Now you place it the other way up there. That'll do.